Millions of Americans every year graduate from high school. And millions of Americans every year are being underprepared when it comes to college admissions. High schools, including Metamora Township High School, are not preparing their students to succeed. In turn, preparing them to fail. In a recent survey conducted at Metamora Township High School, it was found that only 32% of seniors believe that MTHS prepared them well for making post-high school plans, and only 50% of seniors went to the guidance office for help with their post-high school plans. In that same survey, it was also found that even in April of their senior year, only 8.6% of seniors report no stress regarding post-high school plans. These statistics prove that Metamora has not been adequately preparing their students.
Hi, my name is Corey Craig. I am the Associate Director of Admissions, and I am in charge of all of our campus visits and our visit experience here at Bradley. I also have 3 daughters that all are graduating from MTHS. So I've had experience with the guidance department there. They've actually called on me a couple times to come in and do different college nights for them.
Part of the issue is the amount of staff and staff training dedicated to post-high school planning for students. From recent research done by the National Association for College Admissions Counseling and the College Board, it was found that 32% of counselors have not had any graduate preparation for helping students with college admissions, and that another 33% of counselors did not believe they had ample training when it comes to preparing their students for post-secondary plans.
And schools in Chicago, the bigger schools, have entire departments that are dedicated to nothing but college preparedness. That is their only job. And at most of the smaller schools, those teachers, unfortunately, in guidance counselors wear a lot of hats. They have to be able to drive the bus, they've got to be able to coach, they've got to be able to work with kids on their mental health, and then, oh, by the way, figure out if they're going to go to a trade school or college or whatever they're doing post-high school.
It is reported that around 89% of graduating seniors at MTHS will be going to either a 4-year college or community college. But MTHS is spending more and more time talking about the opportunities in the trades and for students going straight into the workforce. Some believe that it is too much.
You've had a big swing right now with people really pushing the trades, which we think is great. But the pendulum may have been pushed too far, and kids aren't really thinking about long term. They're thinking more instant gratification, making that money right out of the box, getting that head start in life. But having that college degree and having that analytical thought and learning how to process things does give people some cushion later in life. Making sure that kids know the options out there, all options, from trades to going into the workforce to going into college, need to be exposed to them as soon as possible.
Are you going to a 4-year university?
Yes, and I'm also going out of state.
How did the guidance office help you in your college search?
Honestly, the guidance department really had no influence on my college search. I knew that I wanted to go out of state, and out of state is not really influenced here. You're not really pushed to go out of state. You're not really encouraged to go out of state, and so a lot of my searching and visits and everything was pretty independent.
MTHS is a very accomplished school in the world of high school sports. Just 3 years ago, MTHS won the IHSA Class 3A state championship for boys basketball. They have won 18 Mid-Illini All-Sports Championships, and in the 2024-2025 school year, MTHS won 8 IHSA postseason plaques. While MTHS might set their students up for athletic success in high school, college athletics is a whole different ballgame. College athletics is one huge example of the need to start college preparations as early as possible. Though, how can students prepare for their post-high school plans if it is not talked about? According to MTHS, freshmen are only spoken to 3 times about post-high school plans. Some may say that freshman year is too early to be worrying about college and post-high school life, but according to expert Corey Craig, they're wrong.
So Bradley is a D1 NCAA school.
Correct.
So how early do those students aspiring to be a D1, D2, D3 college athlete need to start?
So students have to get registered starting probably their freshman year into the clearinghouse with all of their data. that allows coaches to go in and talk to those students. If that's not happening, there's no conversations.
What does the guidance department do to help students at MTHS who want to go to college?
I would say, so the guidance department, first and foremost, when we meet with freshmen and we're drawing up schedules, we're trying to have conversations that are geared not just for the 4 years they're here, but like what do they want to do beyond college or beyond high school, right? So if college or career is in their, they already know that that's in their plans. We're trying to align that as best as we can. Obviously, then as students get closer to junior and senior year, that's then when we'll start having conversations. We'll have those presentations in homeroom to start the conversation about the college application, aligning them with different work-based learning opportunities, getting them information for careers or apprenticeships, military.
While the guidance department may be trying hard to prepare their students for college applications, many students do not feel that they are succeeding. In a recent survey, 32% of MTHS seniors reported that they did not feel that the guidance department had prepared them. In that same survey, MTHS seniors mentioned many things that they thought could be improved upon, including more information on what classes to take depending on the student's future degree path, more one-on-one meetings pertaining to college admissions, help filling out scholarships and applications, goal setting help throughout all of high school and how these goals can pertain to college admissions, and promoting a larger variety of schools.
Not everyone wants to have a job at CAT. Not everyone wants to have a job at Komatsu. Not everyone wants to go to ICC or join the workforce. There are options outside of Illinois that I don't think enough people know. And so many people and friends have come up to me just saying, I wish that I could do what you're doing and I wish that I had that opportunity, but I think everyone deserves to know that they have these opportunities. They're just not shown them.
So, what can the guidance department do to help their students succeed? Expert Corey Craig says there are many ways. One main way is to have students start preparing for life after high school as early as their freshman year.
For one, the nights that I've done in different schools, a lot of them all focus on junior year. They're like, junior year, you gotta get going, you gotta get going. If you start freshman year, a lot of different things can happen. What schools can do, and what I think Metamora should do, is start doing that freshman year. Start having that exposure, having us come in different schools. I know every Wednesday there's a late start. Have a different school, twice a month come in. U of I comes on a late start day, and they do a whole little thing, or we go to the homerooms and we talk to students about what we have. Because you don't know.
As expert Corey Craig said, a great way to implement this change would be to integrate more post-high school planning into the already existing homerooms that students attend at MTHS every week. During the freshman and sophomore years, students would be able to explore all sorts of different options after high school, whether it be trades, college, military, community college, or straight to the workforce. Students can explore what they truly want to do. Then, as students decide their next steps in their junior and senior years, the homerooms would then be organized by what students plan to do after high school. Students wanting to go into the workforce can start working on resumes. Students going to college can focus their attention on either deciding where they want to go or applying for scholarships or even the schools themselves. Even students who are wishing to go to a local college, such as ICC, Bradley, or ISU, could have college representatives come in and speak to their homerooms. I have recently talked to MTHS guidance officer, Mr. Travis Grant, about this idea, and here's what he had to say.
But I do see an incredible benefit to that, right? Because you do have kids, when we give a presentation, we talk about applying on Common App. Well, anyone that's like, I know I'm not going to college, they're going to check out, right? And so at what point do they re-engage in that conversation?
In the MTHS Student Handbook, MTHS Superintendent Sean O'Laughlin says, quote, "The alternative to not being prepared for further education and training after high school is either no job or a low-paying / no benefits job. This is not student success." So, what can be done? If MTHS listens to their students and gives the more personalized experience that students are asking for, then MTHS will no longer be failing to prepare their students. They will instead be succeeding at preparing their students. In turn, preparing their students to succeed.